Oh, we're going to do it.
And we're recording.
And we're recording. I'm the shadow lady over here.
Shadow lady. I'm the silent lip. Wow. That is surprisingly loud. Got a chandelier right above us that rings like nobody's business.
So, good morning, all. Do you want to do the intro?
I could do the intro.
Do the intro.
Hi, hello, and good lovely morning to all you people listening from around the world. This is Coffee, Cats, and Morning Chats. I am your co-host, Moss.
And I'm your co-host, Tina.
And today, we are recording a lovely podcast on a Saturday with our coffee. I got myself a little bit of a fancy coffee this morning.
Oh.
I went with a dark roast, but I went ahead and made myself a hazelnut mocha. Something funky for the morning.
Lovely. Mine is brown butter cookie.
I saw that in the fridge.
Dark roast also. Yeah.
Brown butter sounds lovely, but I was like, I want a little chocolate this morning.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of chocolate.
Just a bit of chocolate.
I've got a cat.
It's really good. I do like it.
He's apparently been the most devious of cuddlebugs this morning.
Yeah, he clawed me right in the face, like right under the eye. He's been very insistent.
Oh. I can imagine. He's got a habit of doing that.
Oh, this is Serge.
Say hello again, Serge. You were here last podcast,
yes,
too.
Yes, he was. He's deaf as a post.
Yep. And when he wants cuddles, he grabs you with his hands.
Let's see if he'll do it.
He says, but now I'm on camera.
I don't need evidence. Oh, Pluto's coming over.
Yeah, meanwhile, Pluto is tearing up the house. He's having a good time.
Ew, you're drooling.
We are joined here by our lovely other co-host, and it's Serge, who is currently drooling and demanding love.
Oh, there he goes.
There you go.
There he goes.
Yep. Yeah.
Claw the hand. Dude, I'm just trying to wipe off the drool. It's just so nasty.
Today we come to you both with shiny new blue hair. Like a shiny Pokemon, we have changed form. Mom went with the lovely blue. It really paired nicely with your hair color.
Yeah, with the red.
So it like blended in.
I have mermaid hair right now. When I walk out into the sun, I look like a mermaid.
Yep. I look like I dipped my head into an oil spill because I took like 3 separate colors and
it's so pretty, though.
Shined it into my hair.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Can't see it very well in the lighting, but it's purple and green and blue. And I was like, yep, okay, I'm going to look like one of those little spills of oil on the side of the road.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe either next week or the week after we can have, we'll be getting an upgrade to our lighting.
Ooh. My mama's planning things.
Yeah, I am.
I'm hoping to upgrade the amount of time it will take for me to upload these videos. As if you did not know, if you're trying to upload anything that is anywhere close to an hour or longer, which these tend to be like an hour and 30-minute long podcasts, especially since at the moment I can't really edit them, so they kind of stay the same.
We're working in real time.
It takes about 3 hours to upload a video onto YouTube that is that long.
Wow.
I was sitting there for 3 hours last time.
Wow.
Watching my phone to make sure it didn't turn off so that I didn't have to restart the uploading process. I realized it might be a little easier if I just transfer these videos onto my laptop.
Yeah.
But for some reason my brain went, no, just
you
just
can
keep
probably
going.
edit them that way too.
I don't have a really good editor at the moment.
That makes sense.
No editing app.
Yeah.
All I have is the typical editing app that you get with just having a camera app. So
we'll work on it. One day these will be professionally edited. Progress, not perfection, right?
Exactly.
Progress, not perfection.
I miss Spotify's old editing software way back when I first started podcasting. You could hear the quality of, like, there was non-copyrighted music playing in the beginning, or there was like cuts where I could like cut out bits, but they blended pretty nicely, so I didn't have to worry about it so much. It was pretty nice. I will say that. It was very nice.
So, if you would like to offer maybe some of your favorite editing software or tips or tricks in the comments below, that would be very helpful for us. Thank you so much. Yes.
Excuse me.
We appreciate our community.
Hi, Bubby.
We love you guys.
I've got a cat in my lap. He is so demanding. To be fair, I think he's just trying to get breakfast early. But at the same time, he's always been a cuddle bug.
He is a very cuddly boy. If he's not dead asleep.
Let me see if I can get you on 3K. Okay. Can you hear me? Oh, gross. My microphone.
Did I tell you the horse did that to me yesterday?
Oh. No.
So I went over and saw our horse. Her name is Star. She's beautiful.
She's gorgeous. She's such a sweet baby.
I walked up to her and I rubbed on her face, and I put my head up against her neck, and she took her whole face and she rubbed.
Oh.
all through here and then all the way up and then back down. She rubbed, and I was just slime. The whole side of my face is just like horse drool.
Horse goo.
She's so sweet. She's just the sweetest thing ever.
One of these days, I'll get some camera roll footage and I'll be able to cut it in between here.
That'd be so awesome.
Of just the horse.
The horse going. She's an old lady.
Yes.
She's 17 years old.
She's a bit older, but
yeah,
she's a sweetheart.
It makes her really chill. She's a very chill horse.
She's very chill. Girl
the only one right now that's small enough to ride her is Naomi.
Yep.
But Naomi's never really been on a horse, so she's not in a hurry to hop up there.
Yeah. According to some, I can ride her because I'm light as a feather.
Oh yeah.
But I also can't really get myself on a horse
unless we get like a super tall Hoyer lift,
or somebody throws
you up there.
It would be very difficult for me to ride. Nay is the only one who is athletic enough and also light enough. I was going to
say, you have to hold on with your legs.
Yeah, which I can't really do.
No.
My legs don't work super well.
No, they do not.
As I have explained before.
Yes. Although I think, I'll have to ask Miss Gale, but I think there's special saddles. But I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
I'd have to check.
Yeah.
Because I would not know.
And if not, maybe we can look into making special saddles.
Yeah. I'd be interested to know what a saddle for somebody who can't use their legs very well would look like.
I don't know. Strap you in.
Tie me up. Put me on the horse. Like a villain or something. Just put me on the train tracks, but it turns out instead you're just putting me on the horse. Yeah.
Wrap you sideways, put you over the back of the rump.
Run me directly towards a moving train.
No.
As I yell,
no. Help me. Don't do it.
Please.
You brought out the box?
That is the box that I use to hold the microphones.
Oh,
you want to show it to the camera?
The box that I'm talking about was my Auntie Sparky's box. It's got
a little unicorn.
It's got a unicorn on it. And it's just a wooden box, but it like the top slides open.
Yep. Ooh. There's still a little unicorn photo in there.
Is there? Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Nancy Sparky had a big thing with unicorns. She really just loved them.
I have a lot of Auntie Sparky's old unicorn stuff.
Yeah.
And Serge is beginning to lay down. Nope, never mind. As soon as he's pet, he will stand directly back up.
Directly back up.
Let's see if I can get him to lay down.
Ooh.
He says, I don't know.
He's like, I don't know. Hopefully you'll pet me again.
I'll consider your request.
I'm a little chilly this morning.
It is.
I have a blanket on.
Just in general. It's a little cold. Oh, there he goes. Oh, yeah, yes. There we go.
Oh, I can hear rumbling. I can hear him purring from here.
oh. No, don't get the microphone.
He's like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna
no, please. I need these.
I'm gonna get it.
If I kill these, I think Thursday will kill me.
A little bit. There would be a little bit of death going on.
Thursday's the one who spent money on these, mainly for their dog Instagram account.
Yes.
And in the future, they want to post dog YouTube videos.
Yes.
And so they needed pretty good mics. These do. Speaking of Thursday may or may not be getting a job.
Yeah.
Thursday has been applying to jobs and getting rejected for like a couple years now. And they officially, finally, just got a pretty good interview with Domino's.
Yeah.
As a pizza delivery driver. So, maybe is the answer. Maybe. But we gotta wait and see.
The interview went well, is what he felt.
He felt that the interview went very well. They should be contacting within the next week. So, cross your fingers and hope and hope and hope. Because I sure hope and hope and hope.
There we go. Quadruple cross. Fingers and toes. I feel okay. No gang signs here.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or weird sign language. No weird sign language.
I don't know what sign language that would be.
I don't think it would be. But I don't know all signs, so you don't know. You don't know. Maybe it's some obscure bad word somewhere.
Some strange pornography term.
You never know.
My cat is down for the count.
Yeah, it's so comfortable.
We have succeeded. I'm getting the craving more and more recently to pierce my body.
Okay.
Or get tattoos. I always forget that it's like mildly addictive to get those body modifications.
Tattoos, especially for me.
Yeah.
Not so much piercings, because like
it's very much the same feeling once you get like intenser facial piercings. You go, okay, what else can I do?
What else can I do?
And like you start planning out where you want new piercings on your body. And then you start mapping out where you want tattoos on your body.
Well, for years and years, I have kind of wanted just a little nose ring, just right here. Just a little one.
I recommend it, but it's a cartilage piercing.
I know.
Which means that shit is gonna hurt.
Yes.
It's gonna hurt real bad.
And the guy that we used to get pierced by, he died.
Yeah. Though I do know that the people who were in my good friend Jesse's studio, do piercings as well.
Oh, nice.
So to my knowledge, they're pretty good.
Nice.
They've got piercers and tattoo artists.
That's lovely.
My good friend is a pretty good tattoo artist. He's spectacular at it, and he's given me one of my own tattoos right there.
Indeed.
It's an obscure reference to a video that nobody knows anymore because it's deleted. Because that was the purpose of the channel.
Yes.
Unus Honest, but this one is the Camp Unus Honest logo. Everybody's like, wow, that's really cool. What's that from? And I'm like, an old channel that doesn't exist anymore.
I was part of an era.
Yes. It started on my birthday and ended on my birthday. So I was like, yeah, I love this thing. And it's ran by Mark Iplier and Crank Gameplay. Yes, please.
Yes, please. Sold.
Sold.
Sold. Kong Kong. Okay. So yesterday, do you notice? Do you see my forehead?
I do. There's a big old scratch right across it.
Do you see my forehead?
Oh, you spooked Serge.
There is a big scratch on my forehead. Yesterday, I was improving the chicken coop and trying to clean some stuff out, and I bent down and didn't see a big stick sticking out of the ground, and it hit me in the forehead.
Ow. Youchy.
And it still stings.
Yeah, because those types of scratches sting like nobody's business.
So Dad called while I was improving the chicken coop. He says, "What you doing?" And I said, "None of your business." He's like, "Are you rearranging again?" And I said, "No."
Poor Dad.
"I'm outside." And he's like, "Put down whatever you're doing."
Put it
go
down.
Inside.
Put it down. Drop your weapon.
I said, "Never."
Thursday does the same thing to me. Where, like, I'll be sitting there, I finally get in the mood, I start doing something. Then they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm cleaning my turtle tank," and they're like, okay.
Okay.
Put the heavy bucket of water down before you ruin your body further. Please.
No.
I don't want to.
No.
I'm currently doing stuff.
I'll pay for it later.
I will just suffer.
My body's on credit right now. I'm living my best life.
I'm living la vida loca. Give me some time. The joys of being disabled.
Disabled.
With mostly not two disabled partners. Go sit down. I'll finish. Stop it. No.
No. I've got a little bit of energy for the first time in a month.
I'm gonna finish this. You haven't even taken your payments. I know. Yes. That's what's keeping me going right now.
Exactly.
The pain from my body is causing me adrenaline. That makes me want to go more.
It goes more.
No.
Yeah, it's not until you lay down at night and the pain hurts so badly. And
feels
you're like
roll,
roll, and it's just there.
It's intense, and it
Oh,
sits in like your hips,
yeah,
and
back,
you can
and
feel sharp shooting pains
yeah,
through your shoulder blades.
everything's spazzing.
Yeah,
Just
my nerve pain is on like level 10, and I'm sitting there like feeling like my body is tense without it being tense.
You're actually like, is this going to drive me crazy?
Am I finally dying? Is this it?
Yeah.
Is this it? Am I seeing the light?
Yeah.
No. Most of the time, no. Most of the time at those points, I consume a little marijuana edible and hope that it knocks me out.
But my Lunesta has not been as effective, so they upped my dose, but I haven't gone to get the upped dose yet. So
That's real.
Still suffering in silence. I guess I'm not that silent.
We're not built to be silent. That's why we have a podcast. We're made to be noisy and chatty and have a really good time. That's the reason that I put a camera in front of us and hooked us up with mics. Oogly boogly.
Living la vida loca.
Living la vida loca.
Do you want to give updates of your week? Mo actually did go out and do stuff this week.
Trying to remember what I did this week. Karaoke?
Okay,
this is a really funny story. Apologies. That took forever for me to remember. So,
disabilities.
Recently, I finally got a bit of a social life. So, my sibling and their girlfriend took me out to karaoke night with our good friend Hannah. If you know her, she does a different podcast.
If you know, you know.
The Hannah Show podcast, and I highly recommend going and listening to it. Shouting out, Hannah Show podcast. So
maybe we can like put a link.
I'm sure I could in the description.
In the description down below.
Find it, watch it. It's pretty great, and it's got a lot of good drama.
She's fantastic.
So, we were invited out, specifically Nay and Allie were invited out to karaoke night with Hannah. And
I was invited. I was exhausted.
Yep. Mom said no. But Nay and Allie were like, yeah. Do you want to come? I'm like, yes. Yes, I do. That sounds like a lot of fun. So we got out and about to an insert coin up in Olympia and went and had a good karaoke night. Now, this was an insane karaoke because it's at an arcade, not a typical karaoke spot. So it's a lot of like nerds.
Yay, nerds.
And most of us are nerds.
Yay, nerds.
So we were like, yeah, this is great. And a lot of autistic people. Which, me too. I get that. That's great. So sit down. By sit down, I mean I roll in on my wheelchair and then plant my happy wheelchair in the corner of the room next to the table that we're sitting at. And we listen and we watch. There was a couple of really good singers there. Like, amazing singers. And a couple that weren't as good.
But they tried really hard.
They tried really hard. One of them, I can completely understand. He was a higher support needs autistic guy who was singing Whiskey in a Jar, covered by Metallica.
Which is very hard.
It's a very good song. Now, he did not do well. I will say that off the bat. He did pretty bad. But man did choreographed dance moves while he was stimming. And at the same time, when there was a musical pause, because Nay and I had basically turned into the impromptu hype men of the group. So the whole time we were hooting and hollering, screaming, cheering him on. And Nate yells, "Brennan!" And he turns to us, deadpan. I'm like, yeah!
Yeah.
He had a great time. Dude was hyped the fuck up. He was
That's
having
so
an amazing
awesome.
time.
I love
The
it.
other one, I don't think had as much of an excuse. She worked there. She was an employee. When I tell you, it was some of the worst singing I had ever heard. I mean it. She was a couple notes flat the whole time, and a couple beats off of every song. She was starting the lyrics in the middle of where the lyrics were supposed to be, and she was singing way too off pitch. And she booked up the damn machine with multiple songs just for her and a couple of songs of her and her friends. One with her friend was Creep by Radiohead, in which her friend was no better.
Oh. Oh, I thought you said that her friend.
Her other friend
Oh, her
was
other friend.
spectacular. She had a group of about 4.
Okay.
When they started off the night, they did Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters.
It's pretty song.
And 2 of her friends were really good at it. And at the same time, 2 of them were horrible. And it ruined the whole song. It was really bad. Creep by Radiohead was the worst one, though.
You're like,
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
Stop it.
I'm like,
no.
How did you get this bad at it?
No.
Mm-hmm. But no, one of her friends who I think was quitting, she was like finally leaving, did Tongues and Teeth by the Crane Wives. Put her whole pussy into it. Like, she rocked that fucking song. It was amazing. I was impressed, to say the least. That was spectacular. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
It was amazing. And I wish that she had been the one to book up most of the songs on that fucking thing. And she was leaving, officially, which caused the girl who sung really not well to start crying, which made the songs so much worse because the next thing that she did was Little Talks, where she took the DJ to sing the male parts, and she sung the lady parts. And it was, I know, the lady parts. And the DJ was amazing. He was this funny guy who looks like a dad of 2, who was wonderful at it. And she was just awful at it. And her nose was stuffed now, so off key and sounded like Squidward. And offbeat. Worse is that she would be finishing her lines and have like 2 words left, and he'd be starting his.
Because it was his turn.
Because it's his turn. She was off the whole time. And at the end of the night, they do a wrap-up song. They're like, okay, the whole group gets to sing. And we were singing Bohemian Rhapsody. Which ever since I was a kid has been like my top 10 favorite songs. And I knew
fantastic.
all of the lyrics, and I would sing it all of the time, every time that it was put on. I've gotten compliments from my friends' parents about how much I knew that song. And I've got a deeper voice. I'd say I'm closer to a tenor nowadays, where I was singing the lower parts of Bohemian Rhapsody. And everybody was singing the higher parts, including the girl who could not sing.
Oh, yeah.
And our challenge at the table was, can we sing louder and better than the girl who is ruining the song over in the other corner? And I get it. It's karaoke night. You're an employee who has booked the entire thing. And there's multiple children who are waiting their turn so patiently. There was like 5-year-olds singing.
Oh.
There was this little itty bitty girl
Oh.
who was singing some other song. I would assume it's from something popular. No, I do remember. It's Running Up That Hill.
Oh.
It's this little itty bitty girl who is cranking out that song with her mom and her younger brother.
Oh.
And about midway through the song, she stops singing, sits her butt on the table, and starts eating her food loudly into the microphone. She had a really good time. Yeah, but she was like 5. It's completely understandable. And there was a little 7-year-old brother who was just trying not to have too much stage fright as he's singing.
Oh.
At some point, he was singing a rap song about being depressed.
Oh.
And he's so young, and he obviously doesn't know the meaning of the song very well, because he's just sitting there dancing around to it.
He likes it.
He was having a great time. He could not rap. He got so scared in the middle of it that he did what I used to do when I would play Rock Band, where he starts going into the microphone instead. And we were like, yeah!
Go, buddy.
You got it! You got this!
Probably scared more.
There was one guy who had a true bass voice. I got complimented on having a bass voice. I'm not a bass. I'm a tenor. He had a true bass voice and was singing Ain't That a Kick in the Head?
Oh, I love that song.
Clearly from...
Dean Martin.
Yeah. Clearly knowing it from the Fallout soundtrack. He was one of those guys who looks like he plays Fallout pretty frequently. Yes. And I know them very well because my mom and dad both play Fallout. So he was cranking that song out, and it was beautiful.
I do have to say, a little interjection here. The first time that my husband played Fallout, I was not paying much attention. He had gotten this new game. Okay, big whoop. I'm over in the corner, probably playing WoW or something. I don't even know what I was doing.
I kind of remember.
But I was kind of in the other room.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I hear Civilization from Danny Kaye.
Yep.
And from the other room, I yell, "Is that Danny Kaye?" And running, what are you playing?
I think I kind of remember the first time that Dad officially got the game and I decided to sit down and watch. Because I was really little. I was a little itty bitty thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved watching Dad play crazy fucking video games.
Yes.
Because Dad's really good at video games.
Yeah.
And I was not good at video games. So I didn't want to play them myself. I wanted to watch him or Gideon play the video games.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sat down.
I'm still kind of like that.
Probably, I probably sat down on the floor somewhere, crossed my little legs, and just watched the screen. Watched him kill these large fucking creatures and huge cockroaches and people with a gun that I had never seen before.
Nobody's probably ever seen it.
Exactly.
They're just kind of
like
thrown together.
Watching. I will say I think my favorite memory was watching him play, is it New Vegas, the one with Free Dog?
No, that's Fallout 3.
Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Free Dog. Ow!
Ow!
You're listening
that's
to Galaxy
the first
News
one.
Radio.
That's the first one that we played.
Yes. I loved that because I would sit there and just Free Dog.
Oh. Free Dog. Woo!
In my little itty bitty baby voice. And you're listening to Galaxy News Radio.
You hear tick, tick, tickety. Okay, so this week I've been watching the Chernobyl Lost tapes. I got halfway through it, and Miss Gail was here, which is my youngest son's caregiver. And we got about halfway through it before we were both bawling our eyes out. And Miss Gail's like, could you please change this? I'm like, yeah, okay. I got this. Okay. And so, but there were a few points in the show that I'm like, tickety. You hear tick, tick, tickety. It means run your ass out of there. So rat away.
I don't think rat away exists in real life.
No. It does not.
I don't think that happened.
But I was definitely hearing Free Dog in my head.
Free Dog.
Well, because like the beginning of it, like we know what we know now, and of course my husband being who he is, like because in the Army he was a chemical guy, so like he knows a lot of like radiation stuff, and if you know, you know.
He ended up sparking me with an enthusiasm for learning about that too.
It is fascinating, but like I'm watching this and going, oh, what they didn't know, like, well, why, and it just kept getting worse and worse. Oh, yeah, it's a very disturbing show that is real.
Like, Chernobyl's accident was pretty bad.
It's
pretty bad.
More than pretty bad. It was
yes,
cataclysmic. Like it just.
I find them a lot more interesting than I do end up getting emotional responses. That's only because I've got various different disorders. There's shit going on in my brain. I don't know why. We're learning why.
I was going to say, a lot of the time when you're watching those kind of programs, they're just talking about the science. They're just talking about, like, there's not a whole lot of human. But this one was showing the people and and giving the stories of the people. And it's like,
I'd say you really wouldn't like the videos about like the most irradiated man and stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
Keeping him alive for as long as possible just to watch his body liquefy itself.
No. Actually, then again, it was showing a lot of that.
Yeah.
And it was showing it. Like,
yes.
There was no blurring. There was no, it was all showing everything. And it was like, wow, that's, wow.
My brain is funny. I don't feel a lot of feelings for people, so I find myself getting more curious about it than I do end up finding myself getting upset by it. So I watch a lot of those videos, like a lot. Even when I was a bit younger, I would still just spam those videos in my headphones all the time, like while I was at work and cleaning the bathrooms. I'd be sitting there listening to how this man graphically died due to spilling radiation on himself. I'm like, wow, this is interesting, as I'm scrubbing a toilet in the bathroom.
A little side note, we have Izzy now.
I see that.
Yes.
She's currently cleaning your hands.
Yeah, my hands are really bad right now.
Welcome to the Pustular Psoriasis Society.
Yay.
Where we get horrible sores all over our hands, feet, heads. And it's awful.
It's gross.
It's pretty damn bad. Yeah. I got a pretty bad flare up on my feet. The good news is I still can't feel my hands and feet. So, good news.
Bad news is I can.
The other bad news is I can't. which means I constantly have to monitor it.
Yes, because secondary infections are a reality.
Oh, yes. You have to watch it very carefully. Watch for the signs. Make sure
Right
it's
now,
not
I don't have
bad,
any open.
which is good.
Everything's all just
Sealed.
bubbly.
Yeah.
And at this stage, tremendously itchy. Like the itch that comes from pustular psoriasis is
Evil. Demented.
It will keep you up all night. Like it just, and your hands and feet get hot
Do you
and
still
itchy.
have some of the steroid balm?
I do,
Yeah,
but
okay.
it's not. I think that's why it's not open yet.
Yeah.
Because I've been using it a lot, but
it's got some lidocaine in it to try and prevent too much itching while it's on.
Yeah.
So
I don't have any on right now.
Yeah.
Or else I would have gloves on. Because I like to put it on and then put the gloves on so I don't just, rub it off touching things.
I make a bit of a medicated balm, so to speak, because I've had pustular psoriasis for years. Mom's had it longer than I have. So,
because age.
I go ahead and make myself a steroid mixed with a lovely lotion from Gold Bond. It's like the intense stuff, so it's got like the extra moisturizing stuff to keep our hands from cracking open.
Yep.
And then aloe vera, just good for you, handy to have, helps with wound healing.
Excuse me.
Very nice.
We have several plants.
Yes, and I like to take them, blend them, and mix them in. And then we've got, God, what's the other one? Lidocaine.
Mhm.
Yes, yummy lidocaine. Love her. And the steroid, it starts with a flu, F-U-F-L-U.
Fluocinolone.
Yeah, something like that. And then an antibiotic ointment.
Yeah.
And you mix those together. And then, bada bing, bada boom, you've got the best thing for pustular psoriasis, or to my knowledge, plaque psoriasis can be helped with that as well.
Yeah, I don't know much about plaque psoriasis.
It's not too different from ours. It just grows up thicker layers instead of splitting out.
Mm.
So
does it still itch?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, poor guys.
Unfortunately, almost all types of psoriasis itch. They will itch and itch and itch, but the problem is that they build up big plaques of skin.
I've seen the plaques.
And the plaques of skin will itch too, and then they'll itch them, and it'll crack open like our hands do.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a pretty trademark thing for most psoriasis.
Yeah.
Where you build up these nasty things, and then your hands split open.
Yep. Yay.
Hooray.
Awesome.
Love to see it. And yeah, no, we got fucking the rare form of psoriasis.
Yeah.
It's genetic. It's passed on through our family, and it was passed from my mom's side. I've got it.
My mom had it. Her mom had it.
As Angela said, the first generation of women get the hardest stuff. I'm like, great, thanks, Angela. That really helps.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Angela. Fucking bitch. I mean, you lovely woman.
Oh, I forgot to tell you the family tea.
Oh no, there's family tea.
Let me grab.
Give me a little tea.
So, you know that your uncle is dating a woman, right? Who's
loosely.
Yeah. She has 2 kids.
We're talking Mason?
Yeah. The 2 kids have a father who, a little background, he was drunk, got into a car accident with the kids in the back, and he left the scene, left the kids in the car.
Oh.
Yeah. However, I don't know how or why. He must have the best lawyer in the world because he was released. He was not
Wow.
put in jail.
Dude did not talk to the cops.
Apparently, well, he was gone. He left.
I mean, when he was arrested for
Yeah,
it.
true.
Don't
Anyway,
talk to the cops, kids.
lawyer,
Lawyer up
lawyer,
immediately.
lawyer,
Do not speak to the cops.
lawyer.
Continue.
Anyway, most recently, fast forward a couple of years, dude died. Dude's dead.
Car accident didn't kill him.
DED. No. Uh, I'm. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I think he
Ooh.
himself.
Yep. That happens.
Self-harming kind of.
Great.
Yeah.
Man, those poor kids.
They were still married.
So she got
his house.
everything.
Now, her and Mason were in a bit of a like, where are we going to live kind of place.
Where am I going to live now?
And so now there's an available place to live.
Yeah.
The problem is the now deceased man was quite abusive.
Yes.
And she doesn't know whether she wants to live in the place.
Have they thought about selling that place and using that money to get a different place?
I was curious about that, but I don't know.
Especially since they're in New York, to my knowledge, they can make a pretty penny off a good house.
But the fun part about the story is what Nana said.
Oh,
which is Angela.
Angela.
She's like, which I love this. I do. This is one of my favorite things that she's ever said. She's like, go ahead and live there. And every time you walk in the house, state loudly, I win.
I win is crazy. Have we confirmed if Angela does or doesn't have dementia yet?
She does not have dementia.
Okay, they really cleared that.
Yeah, she's
no Alzheimer's, no dementia.
No.
I had to ask after she drove her car through the pet store.
Yeah, but that's more motor skill. That's not.
Okay, very good.
That's a motor issue.
The main reason I was concerned is that she doesn't remember doing it.
That is true.
I was like,
but no,
Angela,
no dementia.
Did you know that in our family, we have a genetic link to...
You do.
I do.
Not Nana.
Wow.
It's on Dad's side.
Understood. So she doesn't.
So Dad's grandmother on his dad's side died of dementia.
Huh.
Yeah. Nanette.
Now.
Her name was Nanette.
Got a statement. I will say it on video too. If I get diagnosed when I'm older with Alzheimer's, dementia, anything like that, I'm getting put down like a dog. I'm not doing it.
Oh. When we were like doing the end of life stuff with my dad,
Grandpa,
there's a process that you have to go through in Washington State.
Mm-hmm.
So the first, they prefer that if you are having, you are on hospice before you start any of the death with dignity stuff. However, the first, you have to verbally say it.
Yeah. I want to do this.
Second, you have to put it in writing.
I want to do this.
And then there's it takes a week for them to get the drugs and everything that you
and it's got to go through ethics courts and stuff to make sure that they're not just letting you go when you're
and that's why they prefer you be on hospice, because if you're on hospice,
You're already
it's palliative care. You're already, yeah, passing.
Yeah.
So, like, however, there are other countries who do not have to do all that. Like Canada is a big one.
Canada, you can just now kill me.
Yeah. But you do, I think you do have to have something wrong with you.
To my knowledge, yes.
But you could have autism.
Yeah. It's a wide spectrum of what is wrong with you for you to choose to do that.
I'm not sure if depression can, like, if you have systemic, like, complex depression, if that's...
Never put a lot of thought into it. All I know is that when I am older, if worse comes to worse, that's an option here in Washington. So I want to do it if worse comes to worse.
I don't know. I like the fact that it is an option. But, and I am a proponent for anyone who wants to or needs to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I love the freedom in this state.
Worse comes to worse is specifically Alzheimer's and dementia, by the way. That's just scary to me, and I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, like, I've worked in, like, nursing homes and long-term care facilities, and I've seen some people with, like, dementia due to, like, Parkinson's and things like that.
Yeah.
That like, it seems scarier.
Yes.
Like they're in a scared state more often. And then there's some that are almost childlike and, like, joyful. Like, and those are usually just Alzheimer's patients. But it just, and I don't know how I would feel about it. So I don't know if I would want to do it. Not to mention, like, what if you're that one person who, like, they figure out that it's not Alzheimer's and it's just some kind of buildup in your brain, and they suck that buildup out and you're fine. You know what I mean?
For me, it's weighing the chances tends to be a not so balanced scale.
I know.
For me, even if it's a joyous one, even if it's, like, kind of pleasant, that's still a terrifying disease for me and my family to go through.
It is hard, yeah.
I would rather not have all of us go through that, where I start losing gaps of time in, like, such a major way, or I can't remember who my loved ones are or anything like that. I'd rather not do it.
Yeah.
So while I'm cognizant, I'm probably just going to death with dignity. Go on in, say it, sign papers, go through ethics court, make sure everything is going well, take the drugs, die.
2.
Take the drugs.
the numbing, the more nummy drugs, and then you take the death drugs.
Yeah. Pop, pop.
Yeah. There's like a whole website on it.
And I'm not...
The Death with Dignity website.
I'm not as scared of it, mainly because I've seen pets through that type of thing. It's very similar drugs, so it's not all that terrifying for me.
It is, but it isn't.
Yeah, because it's got to be human related.
No, the human really, it's not the fact that it's animal versus human. Like, it's the means.
Yes.
They're oral medications.
Yeah, they can't do IV pushes.
Which, boo.
I know, I would want so much easier.
Yeah, I don't want to take something. What if, my luck, because when I take pills, sometimes they get into my throat, and sometimes, because my body is weird, the pills will go up into my sinus cavity instead of going all the way down.
You're just gonna kill
And they
your
just,
sinus cavity.
well, no, because the actual kill drugs are like a liquid
Okay, well,
that you
that's
drink,
nice.
which, yes, pleasant. But the drug you take before to make you all like comfortable
Yeah,
is a pill.
is a pill. Damn.
Are you kidding me?
Man.
Why can't you just put them on ketamine and then give them like
Because they're not allowed to help, or else it's assisting in suicide and they can get in a lot of legal trouble. But can you give me the ketamine? I'll just do it.
No, just do it. It'll be great.
Wow.
Although I've done ketamine. I've done ketamine treatments for depression in an office, not in the wild.
Yeah.
And I've had good experiences and I've had bad experiences. My luck, I'd have a bad experience and then go off into the distance. Like,
That's so real.
Fun.
And then I'm dead.
Not cool.
I go to hell.
No, usually I get caught in a loop during like a bad phase. It'll be like this weird loop thing that I get caught in. It's hard to explain. Ketamine is weird. If you know, you know.
Ketamine is strange.
You lose a sense of self.
Yeah?
Which, if you have never experienced that, you can't describe it.
Yeah.
And it's saying like you feel like a leaf in the wind, or like during some of my badder moments in it, you feel like you're being compressed into like a dark place, like or like gummy, like you're a gummy being compressed into like
It's a softer version of LSD.
That's what I've heard. I don't know. I've never taken LSD.
I have.
Yeah, but didn't you do it on accident? Like,
Yes.
yeah,
My friend told me to open my mouth, and I did. And then they dropped a little cap.
jerk.
Hello, Editing Mo here. There was a lot more to this video that wasn't recorded. Uh, Unfortunately, silly me, I forgot to charge the microphones, and they all died about midway through. There was about 30 extra minutes of footage that were lost due to the fact that I forgot to charge my microphones. So, next week you'll get to hear a lot more about the stuff we talked about after that conversation. Hopefully. As long as I charge the microphones this week, we should be fine. Which I promise I will. But yes, you guys have a lovely day. It was great to see you guys. I love you. We'll see you next week. Alright. Bye bye, guys. Have a good morning.